Going into day 2 now of T-Shift Vancouver 2013. This is game 4 against Vern Harper and his Ogre Kingdoms. Scenario is Blood and Glory. You just get extra points if you break the opposing army. I don't think we calculated that actually. So his deployment's like this. He's got a Saber Tusk, some Bulls. He's got 2 Iron Blasters in the back, behind a slightly smallish Gut Star. He's got some Man-Eaters with poison weapons. He's got a Gorger coming on later. And he's got some Lead Belchers with Slaughter Master? No, the small version. The Butcher. And here's my stuff. I'm deploying everything sideways. This is the first game I've went up against other cannons, so just in case I don't get the first turn, make it a little harder for things of mine to get cannoned off. There's a tower in the middle, which is, I don't know, might play around it a little. Could help me out or hinder me, we'll see. So I get first turn, which is really, really good in this sort of matchup where there's cannons versus cannons. I throw the steam tank up in the right direction to start shooting at his cannons. And the Hellblasters I don't bother moving. I just angle everything. I move up on the left flank with both units of Demigryphs and the Chaff Knights to kind of get to those Lead Belchers if I can. I get Nice Sharp Blizzard off on his General's unit. His General's Slaughter Master, by the way. He's got a BSB and his Iron Guts too. And I only do about 3 wounds, I think, to the 1 Iron Blaster. Other than that, on to Ogre's turn 1. So in his turn, he sends his dogs out to, I think he wants to just pressure the war machines, get around my flanks somehow. If you see those little nobblers everywhere, they're objectives. It's a secondary objective in this game. We have to, whoever holds the most of those at the end of the game gets some extra tournament points. He moves his Lead Belchers up to fire at the small group of Knights or the Demigryphs or whatever he wants really. And he throws one of his dogs right in front of the Demigryphs. I don't really mind. I'll kill him next turn and score a little bit of points. He puts a comet down. Oh man, these comets this game are really a pain. Really swung the game. Comets are actually start out strength 5, and that's something I didn't know until this game. Apparently it's been FAQ'd. His Iron Blasters shoot off 5 wounds off of the steam tank. So, yikes, sweating there a little bit. And the other Iron Blaster misfired and can't shoot for a turn. He turned around. Alright, my turn 2. I didn't lose any of my artillery, which is good. I charged the dog thing. Saber Tusk. There you go. He's done a wound to my Demigryphs from shooting too, it looks like. Start moving these Knights out to deal with the Saber Tusk on the right flank. And the steam tank shuffles around to block line of sight. I think I rolled a misfire and couldn't shoot my cannon this turn, so that's why I just moved to block line of sight to my Hellblasters. Everything else moves up, and the Knights go super far into that forest over there. None of them trip, which is good. I'm really good at rolling dangerous terrain, or should I say I'm really bad at rolling dangerous terrain. I always fail. I think I get another Ice Sharp Blizzard off here. I always get off that spell on nothing else. Everyone stops my other shit. So in shooting, I kill the 1 Iron Blaster, and then we made a mistake here and thought that the other Iron Blaster runs from the source of the panic, but he actually runs from the nearest enemy in this situation. So he's actually off the board. I got another picture of that. I think I killed a Man-Eater or something with a cannon, or I did a wound or something. And I killed the Saber Tusk over here without taking anything. And I think I went forward a little bit. And yeah, this is the picture where I looked it up and we found out that the Iron Blaster does indeed flee from the nearest enemy unit, which is off the board. So 2 Iron Blasters down in 1 turn. Okay, on to Vern's turn 2. His Gorger comes on just far enough away that it's out of range of the Hellblasters. Vern's a really calculating player, and he doesn't make a lot of mistakes, which is really good to play against, actually. It's good to get the experience. Holy shit, that comet comes down and does a wound to the cannon, or 2 wounds to the cannon, 2 wounds to the demigryphs, kills like 7 of the archers, and kills 3 of my inner circle knights, and he gets another comet down. Holy balls. So yeah, the one on the comet is for, apparently when it comes down, it does have 1 counter on it already. So here he shoots off 1 demigryph and does another wound or something from combined shooting from lead belchers and man-eaters. So in my turn 3, I charge into the next dog he's lined up for me, and the knights, I think, just reform to face the lead belchers. Position these knights a little bit. Steam tank goes in the direction of the man-eaters, try and shoot off a couple of them. Or actually the lead belchers. We're going to shoot the lead belchers because we're worried about taking too many shots. Other than that, I start turning the demigryphs in the middle around just in case I don't manage to shoot off the gorger. And I start moving my general's unit over here to eventually score on the objective, but also lend the BSB rerolls and leadership buff to the combat units up there. What's this? Harmonic convergence goes off on a cannon, because it's the only thing I'm going to shoot, I think. And we kill the gorger. I think the cannon that was going to get charged by the gorger actually killed it with the help of an engineer reroll. And we take off 3 of the lead belchers up here. It's too bad I didn't have one more shot at him, because I would have gone for the little butcher. One of my tertiary objectives is to kill the butcher, by the way. It's like slay the witch. He's got to kill my steam tank, I got to kill that butcher. And after combat, he actually managed to take down a demigryph with his fucking saber tusk. And then I just reformed. In his turn 3, he charges the lead belchers into the knights, and I hold. I'm not sure how that one will go. I got a good save. He can't really alter my 1+ too much. I'm still going to be saving on 2s. He moves his final saber tusk down here to threaten the cannon. And now he starts running up. I think he should have done this a turn earlier, actually. But I don't know, actually, because I've kind of been forced to move my Hellblasters to him, and now they're so close that I'm only going to have like 1 turn if I'm unlucky to shoot at him before he gets to my Hellblasters. So this is something I shouldn't have done. I should have just kept it back. But the comets really forced me to not keep him back. Anyways, in the previous picture, he shot off a couple of demigryphs with combined shooting, and he did 1 more wound over here to them from something or other. Oh no, the comet went off, and then he shot another wound on the demigryphs to the left. And in combat, I do a wound, he does a wound, and I stick. Okay, my turn 4. The knights face this cannon, just because if he charges in with his saber tusk, I'll be able to countercharge. And my wizard faces like this, because I kind of want to just magic missile the saber tusk over there if I can. And the demigryphs, I think we're just going to keep running away. We don't want to give up those points so easy. My knights go over here to lend their leadership from the BSB and claim that objective. And the demigryphs get out of march out of charge arc of the man-eaters. After magic, I thunderbolt this thing, only roll a 1 for the amount of hits, and I only do 1 wound. Here, after shooting, it was really bad. I only killed like 1 or 2 of the iron guts. And an epic archer, 1 archer hits the saber tusk and fucking kills it. It's kind of funny. And after more shooting, I take off another one maybe. I'm not sure what that picture's about. And in combat, I think I kill 1, or I do a couple more wounds, and he kills another 1. I think that was a drawn combat. We both have musicians, because he wants to, he puts musician in them to swift reform and shoot. Alright, in his turn 4, he gets a charge off with the iron guts into the steam tank. I think I stood and shot, and actually maybe even killed 1. And he tries to charge the bulls into the Hellblaster, but fails. So a little luck for me there, not like it's going to matter. Man-eaters start moving up to try and shoot off those demigryphs I'm trying to run away. And he gets another comet off. Oh my goodness. I think I only stopped about 1 comet this whole game. Comet is definitely his friend. I'm not used to playing a lot of opponents who take heavens. It's actually a really good lore against my army. He shoots another demigriff and puts a wound on the last remaining one. And in combat, I actually win, and I chase them down, so I got my 2 tertiary points. He's going to get his too in the steep tank combat. Yep, he kills it. He tries to overrun. He needed a 9 to contact my wizard's unit. He didn't get it quite, so I'll be able to shoot that unit with 2 Hellblasters next turn. I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, and here's where it really didn't pay off to start moving up everything. Because, I think I failed a test, friendly destroyed panic check with 1 Hellblaster, so I can only shoot with 1. Ooh, that was really bad. My general is way off in the middle of nowhere on the other side. And yeah, we marched the archers out of the charge range, or charge arc of the Iron Guts, and we run that demigriff away. We face our general's unit towards the man-eaters in case I feel like getting lucky. In the magic phase, I think he uses Hellheart, and I take a wound. I got the 7 result. Base contact guys take a wound, a strength 6 hit, and I took a wound, but no one else was in base contact. And then after shooting, that's what they're left at. Not enough. But they ran. They fled, so that gives me a little bit of reprieve. They're going to rally the next turn anyway, so it's not really going to be a big deal. And I'm going to eat a bull charge to the face. Okay, and his turn 5. This is a bad one. Bad one for Empire anyway. Bulls charge into the Hellblaster. That's going to die. Look at that comet. 2 tokens on it. Strength 6. Plus 2 for the amount of hits. Yeah, these guys rally and face this objective. And the man-eaters start moving back towards the back objective, and they want to shoot off the demigriff I have there too. That's after the comet. It killed a cannon, it killed an engineer, it did 2 wounds to the Hellblaster in combat already, and I rolled like a 3 or something on his guys, and didn't do much at all. After shooting, he kills one of the 2 demigriffs that were in the back and wounds the final one, and in combat he easily kills the 1 remaining wound on the Hellblaster and gets into the second one. He also wounded my wizard. He killed all the archers too with the comet. That was horrible. So in my last turn, I really got to think here. I want to just claim objectives. The victory points are very close, so I just want to get as much of the secondary and tertiary stuff. So I move these knights to claim that objective, and I try and swift reform the demigriff to get out of the sight of the man-eaters, but he fails the test, so I just sit there, and he's going to get the points for those, unfortunately. And I just stick around with the 2 knight units up there. In the shooting phase, I move the engineer in front of these guys so he can't charge the remaining demigriff and get those points. And in the shooting phase, I cannon off his Slaughtermaster. So that was a huge point swing in my favor, and this is actually what's going to keep me in this game. In his final turn, he decides to try and stop me getting my tertiary or secondary objectives, and he splits up his Gutstar characters to contest the 1 objective that my demigriff's contesting, and move over to the center objective and claim that. And the bulls charge my wizard and kill him with impact hits. After everything's said and done, this is what it looks like, and it was a draw. So it was actually in my favor by like 40 points. Yeah, thanks for watching.